Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's episode of Storm King's Thunder. Our bunch of troublesome individuals has set off for Yatar. Upon landing in it, Kirok, what did you guys do last week?
We got on a boat. I would say more, but Kirok wasn't paying attention.
We are basically doing the equivalent of Ocean's 11, but in D&D.
Yes, I accidentally pirated many a thing when I came up with this plan.
Yes. We are currently in the city of Yatar, which we just figured out has Dar in it. Which still amuses us to this day. And in turn, we are currently running a con whereby our illustrious golden elf Varys is playing the role of Gideon Ire, and everyone else is his entourage. And at the end of the last session, we had boarded the Black Rose on the way currently to the main casino thingamajig that I've forgotten the name of. Poke someone to remind me.
Memory's Grove.
Memory's Grove. A lot of roulette and I think it was roulette. I wasn't really paying attention. I admit. That was being played. And in turn to keep everyone in the loop as to the progression of the con, everyone is currently under the effects of a telepathic spell, whereby we are all under the effects of we're all telepathically linked. Ashka, while casting Divine Sense, detected a fiendish presence on the upper decks. And as Varys, as Gideon, was winning bigger and bigger on the roulette wheel, he got brought up onto the upper decks to play with the big boys. And that's where we left it. From what I can remember.
Yes, you were brought to the upper levels of the Black Rose. This is a floor that is inaccessible by the actual top, the actual entry floor. So you actually have to go down to the lowers and then back up. Which you have done. You are now... Oh, hang on, I need to...
Also, we found out the ceiling's full of imps, which is fun.
Ah, yes.
Oh, imps. Love it.
Them imping bastards are there, in fact, yes.
See, invincibility has been like the most reliable spell in this entire campaign.
Yeah, it's not been irritating at all.
It's still active, it lasts an hour.
Yep. So, you guys have stepped up. Varys first with his two bodyguards to his side before the entourage follows up as well. Inside here, you do see some smaller rooms. This corridor itself is quite narrow. Only one person can walk abreast in it. And even then, there are to each door two very large muscular individuals. Tall or about as tall as Glory. And while they have face masks on that hide any expression or distinction features, they have horns that produce out from the top of their heads. And their arms are exposed and they are covered in scars and very muscular. You were merely told to go to the upper floor. At the end of the corridor, you do hear rambunctious laughter, as if multiple people are playing cards. For this purpose, we're going to go to a narrative design rather than a visual on a map because the actual space is too small to fit this many characters in one particular area.
Mhm.
So, you hear the boat creak underneath you as you move forward. Wood bending to wait. The gentle rock of the river against the boat. The sounds of cards from down below, that muffled conversation as if you were in a hotel and you could hear people discussing in another room. You hear voices as you pass through each door, or pass by each door, excuse me. Each door has a different symbol on it. One has the symbol of a tulip. One has a symbol of a dandelion. There are two more that have symbols of flowers. These are a white rose and a black rose. The black rose seems to be made of a steel door with the actual carving against it. It'd be more like, say, an actual engraving or something being nailed or beaten to it. The laughter is coming from an open room. There are curtains blocking your sight from what is within. You step forward towards that position, pulling back the curtains, these long, dark red curtains, to see a large table. Cigar smoke hangs heavy in the air. As you all hear around you, just the laughter, the conversation, the discussion of about 4 people to a very large table that could probably sit more. These people seem very well off. There are rotund and jovial figures with dozens of gold rings, too many to each fat hand. There are eloquent, beautiful young ladies that seem far more keen than you see a very old man, probably in his late 70s, currently sat. This table, to give an idea, is a semicircle, with this man sitting basically in the center of the semicircle. He has eyes to all people around him, but they all seem to be playing cards in amongst themselves. He seems more to be sat there as a rules lawyer more than anything else. As you come into a discussion between 2 patrons, one of which is the young woman, and another one who is this grizzled old half-orc. They are arguing over the way that the cards were played, and house rules seem to be made into appliance by the mediator at the back. He raises hands to both of them to stop the conversation as Varys enters. Looking at his entourage, he smiles and waves. So, you've been sent to the back here for us for a bit of cards, eh?
That's correct. That's what we're here for.
That's fair enough, lad. You can sit yourself down there. Anywhere you like, or there's a spare seat. There's one gentleman in the bathroom, so don't take that seat there. And just marks to one that already has chips left at it, cards laid down on their side, and a half-empty glass of wine.
Okay. I'll sit on whatever the next closest seat is to that one.
Okay. There's the lady is between you and that seat, so you could sit there probably, because it's actually one of the corners of the semicircle.
Mhm.
So,
Just want to scan the room as well, see if there's anyone that looks like they could be who we used to believe was Gloria's dad. There's anyone that might look similar.
okay.
You saw him in the dream world anyway.
You did, yes. You saw a younger him about 21 years ago, but just from a glance around, these are all either humans, elves, or orcs.
Mm-hmm.
There's no tiefling.
Okay.
Do I still detect any?
You'd have to cast it again to detect.
Right.
Do not.
No problem. No problem.
Shh. Don't listen to the devil man.
Can I see anything with my see invisibility still?
Oh, thank you for pointing that out. Make a perception check.
Perception.
How long have we been on this boat, by the way?
Probably about 2 to 3 hours.
I think our telepathy would have ended.
Your telepathy would have ended. It would have required someone else casting it again.
Can't.
Because it's taken a while for you to actually perform that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I physically can't, so.
Don't
That's
worry.
fair. But what you can do is be excused, everyone. I'm taking her away.
Ah!
It's the
Hello.
half breath before you get teleported down that always gets me.
Hello.
This room is about 10 foot high, but you can see that there's actual beams and pillars above, like say that are holding a small chandelier. You see something that moves like mist above there. This the trademark sign of that almost being in another plane of invisibility. You see a very muscular, tall man, wearing very simple clothes. Long black hair and a bit of a grizzled beard building. You don't recognize this man, but you see 2 yellow eyes glare down at you with a smirk as he raises a finger to his lip and taps it twice, before pointing you down to the table as if to say, that's where your eyes should be. I move you back up.
Okay.
Going over here. Oh, wait, alright, they're back. Why?
Kirok doesn't say anything, but she sort of looks around the group until somebody makes eye contact with her, and without moving her head, flicks her eyes up to the ceiling, and just sort of shrugs a little.
Make a sleight of hand check to see how subtly you can pull this off.
Not very.
You think you don't really move your eyes up when you say point to one of your when you get one of your compatriots' attentions, but it's obvious you begin looking through them as if you're trying to make eye contact, and then you glance your head just a little bit too much up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who she directs up, you don't see anything.
Okay.
But my eyes have that look that you all know.
The look of fear.
No, the look, the
Existential
look, the
dread.
look of see invisibility.
Ah. I was always curious to see if that would actually cause an effect, a visible effect to your eyes, but
I don't remember if it says it does, but
I don't think so. But it's the thing of you use it so much, like that whole
Kirok's
magic adult
used it.
thing.
Kirok's used it so much that I think the party knows how to recognize it because she uses it so
Yeah.
much around them. But whatever's.
Sorry, you broke out there where it was like used it so much that the
I said Kirok has used it so much around the party that the party probably know how to recognize it just because they've seen it so
Okay.
much.
yeah. Okay, yeah. No worries.
Also, yeah,
It's
it
something
doesn't say
obvious
that
for you.
There's no difference in the eyes.
Huh, fair enough.
Okay.
It's just for the duration you see invisible creatures and objects as if they were
I know.
invisible.
But it's more like she's used it so many times, like using magic that, like Blue, you know what I'm talking about. With that
Yeah, I do,
Tumblr
I do.
post
Yeah,
about
let's
the oldest
just
and-
carry on.
we can talk about that later. We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
So, Varys, you sit down, and the dealer looks to you. If you want to be dealt in, you're going to have to put a bit more than just a little bit what you put down below up here.
What's the...
Buy-ins 500.
That's fine. I plunk 500 chips down.
Fair enough. Alright, everyone. And he just begins taking out, literally just flicks cards. He flicks, shuffles, flicks, shuffles, flicks, shuffles. Every time, it's never going to be the same 5 cards that were at the top. So, you get 5 random cards flung towards you. They land all face down in front of you. Roll a d20 to see how good your hand is.
Do I add my proficiency like
Sure.
normal? Or...
Yep.
Right, shit. 120 plus 4.
Hey, that's a good hand.
I'm trying to think. It's not the best hand you could get, but it's probably one of the better ones. It's not a. It's probably 3 of kings, like 3 kings basically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So-
it's that type of poker. Okay.
I'm literally just making shit up as I go, folks.
I know.
Please don't correct me, because I'm not gonna get it right. I
No,
played a
that-
bit of this in the old gun game on the Xbox. That was all the thing I had to text and Pokemon.
You don't,
Yeah,
have, you
all-
don't
all-
have
all
to
of
go
them.
into detail. You just say
I
we
know,
play cards.
I know.
So,
Also, the best hand is a straight. No.
I know that I was thinking that was the best hand because I remember in The Simpsons, Fat Tony wins
He's
with it.
trying to.
He's trying to make fun of you.
Steady your game, man.
he's calling your bluff.
It isn't.
Again, literally don't know anything. Anyway, is there anyone
Ooh.
like? Bear in mind, this room's quite large. Is anyone waiting outside?
I don't think so.
Sorry, not large. It's quite small.
Well, I assume that I'm in there since I saw.
Yeah, you're definitely in there.
I'll wait outside.
Okay.
Am I the only one?
Not recommended.
Because I wouldn't do that.
I'll say
I
there's
don't-
enough. I'll say there's enough space then. It's gonna be
Yeah.
that moment of okay, there's a few bodies in the room, but bear in mind 2 of those guards that are outside are actually in here. They're to either corner where the dealer is. So he's in say the center of the back wall, and there's one say to the left back wall and one to the right back wall. The corners. Having this, and you all have spoken, like 1 or 2 of you spoken. This very haughty high elf steps in. Their long hair has just the tinges of brown. They're wearing very light clothes, very elegant clothes. They all hang off of them quite heavily. There's silver inlace down along them. They sit down at the table at the spot where the wine had been left, folding a leg over and saying, "Well, we'll all just keep playing then, yes?" So, how long do you wish to play for? Or do you want to try and make a few rolls to see how well you do?
Yeah, I'll do a few games. So once that first roll, how does that go? Or is that part of the same game?
That's part of the same game, so I'm just going to make 3 random rolls here to see if anyone gets anything better. Just give me a moment, folks, as I get out character sheets for. Alright, I have to make 3 more. Nobody manages to beat your hand, and you manage to get a pot of 2,000 put into you.
Nice.
A few of them have dropped out. 2 of them, the orc and the younger woman, both dropped their cards. One of the other patrons is trying to play a long game with you, but the elven person who just sat in is looking at their cards quite confidently and actually tried to raise you on this. So that's why you're able to get 2,000 off it, because you had a good deal of a belief that you were in the winning set. So you have 2,000.
Mhm.
So if you'd like, you can make a few more rolls. And during this time, is anyone else doing anything?
I'm just behaving myself, really.
Keeping an eye open for anyone lingering in shadows.
I'm letting my gaze wander in that sort of blank stare that Kirok's so good at.
I'm standing very, very close to the door,
How
trying to
the
keep them.
fuck? I thought I rolled 3. I honestly thought I rolled 3 16s there for a second. I was like,
Yeah, I'm standing very, very close to the door. Basically in bouncer mode for lack of a better way of describing it, and keeping an eye out on the current players and all the other guests that are currently in the room.
Okay, so give me. I know this isn't the best way to do it, but we're doing it for a bit.
Your way, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
So you win the next hand. Let me see. Hang on. Actually, no. That 20. Oh yeah, no. Sorry, I'm looking at the 11. You
11
lose the
10
next
bonus.
hand. You lose the next hand to the young elven person who just came in. They managed to pull in about 3,000 chips. The next round. Let's see. You rolled 10. The young elf wins again. And on your last round, you...
This is 500 at a time I'm losing, yeah?
Yeah, 500 at a time you lose.
Mm-hmm.
A few people tried to like bet them as they go, and only like each hand she seems to win. Like she just seems to constantly just be winning. She either gets whatever sets she needs to top anyone else. It just happens to be the card she has, and there's no seeming to be questioned by the bouncer or anything.
After that second loss, I just want to congratulate on her hand that she played and just go to shake her hand.
She reaches out and shakes your hand, and give me an insight check.
Yo!
Nice one.
Boy!
Amora is with you.
BB.
See ya.
Bye, Kay.
Remember to shop at Game Tea, everybody.
It's always a good sign when someone, not naming names, messages you mid-session to do a huge lore check.
Oh god. Whoops. Am I the only one who's thinking, God, I wish we could have thought of something better than just let's go, even though we thought about it for a good 3 hours?
What was the alternate plan?
We didn't have one, we couldn't come up with a plan.
I know, my shit plan was the only one we had.
I mean, what do? Do we start asking questions? Do we wait for
think
someone
that's
to appear?
What am I? But the plan...
We're
I think
here
it's
for
slightly
information, so I feel like we need to start asking questions at some point.
Yeah, I feel like Varys is probably going to start. For reference, the thing he checked was the name of the place where she was found. So I imagine what he's going to do is like, oh, have you heard of what's going on at the Red Rocks? You know, that thing.
I hope so.
I have a feeling that's what he's going to do, knowing him. My plan got slightly derailed when the threat of Destiny showed up. Hi.
Hey,
Hey. It's just an elf guy, is that why?
it's cool. I've met a couple of just an elf.
After about an hour of playing, like at this point, the room essentially gets nearly full. But 2 more guards step in, and they step, and bear in mind, none of these guards have weapons. None of these masked guards have weapons. But they both stand with their like fist clenched at just above Waite's side, as this glimmering tiefling steps in. They're purple, but there's just this almost like fake gold gleam over them as they step in and smile at all of you. They have nose piercings, ear piercings, hanging down in chains, horns that have studs upon them. They're wearing beautiful long clothes. They look like they own the place, and they most likely do. Laura, you instantly recognize.
Molly.
I'm a tea leaf, no. Shit, okay.
Bob.
Hey.
I'm gonna try
There are
and keep
some
my
who
face
call him
mostly... I'm gonna try and keep my face mostly turned away from him if I can.
Yo.
Hey, just very quickly, that last hand, did I win that hand or?
Your very last time.
Priority!
God.
Just so we
Actually,
don't
I need to
forget that.
check.
You rolled a 6.
You rolled a 20 for your last hand. You won your last hand, yeah.
How much do I win?
You won 2,000 again. So you lost 1,000 and won 2, so you got 1 total more. He comes in smiling. There is a one of those little sticks that you hold a cigarette upon in his hand.
Cruella de Vil style.
Cruella de Vil style. And he is wearing furs, funnily enough. Long white furs hang over him of this large cat as he's smiling at all of you. Oh, darlings, welcome. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Some new guests, some new faces. Lovely to meet you all. I am the proprietor of this fine establishment. If you need anything, I am at the end of the corridor in the black rosed door. Knock for me, and besides that, has anyone had any complaints tonight? Has everyone been working quite well? And he does seem to keep glinting his eye towards the elf in the corner, who just smiles and sips their wine. Yeah, I have a distinct problem, actually, with my night. Very serious problem. My wine glass is empty. Fill me up.
I don't seem to have one yet. Where's my wine glass? Anyone?
Oh, sir, we shall accommodate you right away. And he just claps his hands together and he motions off to one of the people in the corridor. Like one of them must...
Sorry.
The curtain is draped back and one of the larger figures just bangs their fist against the wall. And it sounds like hitting steel. Boom! And as that happens, after a few steps, there is a young elven woman rushes in. She's holding a single glass of wine on a silver platter. She's waiting She's waiting.
Yeah,
right
I immediately
next to
stand next to next to Varys, as it were.
Okay, that's fine. She is blindfolded and steps in next to Destiny, who takes the wine glass. You're excused, with the slight bit of discontent in his voice. Stand up straight, before offering the glass down to you with a smile. Sorry, sir. Good work. It's so hard to come by. Anyway, I'll be at the end of the corridor if any of you need me. Ta-ta. And he steps back out.
I take the wine glass and take the tiniest taste.
It's not poisoned.
I, having established that, I nod to him and put it back on the table and take a step back.
Just give him a silent nod.
You did recognize her.
Who did?
Not you.
Who do you think?
Yeah.
Yep. A certain.
My dude, I'm in if you are.
A young, high elf woman with long blonde hair. Varys Valorant, you recognize her immediately.
Okay.
But in that moment of fluster, everything happened too quickly, and you didn't react.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, do you guys keep playing?
Just to not be suspicious, I'll play a couple more hands, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna make a generic roll for the whole table. You lose the next hand.
Mhm.
You seem to fumble a little bit with your cards, and one or two of them get exposed and people pull out, so you don't manage to win the next one. We'll roll twice more, we'll say. And this will take up another 20 minutes. You win the second and roll for the third, because I rolled a natural one for my second. You lose the third.
How much? Do I just lose?
You basically lost 500.
Overall,
lost 500
from the three
chips.
games, yeah?
Yeah. On those 3 games, you lost 500 overall.
That's good. It puts me to a nice round number.
Honey, quick question. Would I have noticed the elven woman as she left the room? And would I have noticed any sort of change in her body language? AKA, is she visibly uncomfortable?
Well, she was blindfolded and she shuddered when Destiny raised his hand, even though she was blindfolded. It was like the presence, more so, and the awareness that it could be coming.
Hmm.
So, yeah. So, you've played your few more rounds, Varys. What do you do?
I'm gonna finish my wine, and just call for another glass.
Alright, sure, just a second there. Brutus! Opens the door. Slams again. The young elven girl steps back in. Her hair is now draped over the side of her face and is covering most of her left cheek. But she does have another glass.
I once again step forward to receive the glass.
One of the security individuals steps between you and her, takes the glass from her, grunts, and she, played up to her chest, steps back away, as he then hands it to you, Zero.
I once again do the small sip. And
Not poisoned.
Not poisoned. I hand it to him. I nod and take a step back again.
I'm gonna stand up from the table, just I'll give it a little sip, just taste it, and just watch the waitress elf girl. Where does she go? Did she leave the room, or is she still in
She
the
hasn't left yet because she hasn't been dismissed. She's just waiting in the corner for the next order, and you can very clearly tell that her hands are shaking while she's holding the plate.
room? Where did she?
Platter.
After the last glass he delivered, did he stay in the room, or did she get
No, he
dismissed out of
told
the
her
room?
to get out, and she did immediately. And
Out,
she's now
back
after
in-
coming back.
Did she go back?
She left back into the
main
corridor.
hallway? The corridor we came in. Yeah.
Back into. Mhm.
I think I just need to use the bathroom. Is anyone where? Can someone point me in the direction?
The car dealer speaks up. Wench, direct him to the bathroom for fuck's sake. And she nods very low, and her hands seem to be weirdly shaking more after hearing your voice, Faris. Right this way. And her head's low. Bear in mind, she still has the bandana on. She can't, blindfold, excuse me. She can't see. She steps out the room, walks 2 doors down, and points towards the door on the left, which has the design of this mighty masculine orc, just painted on, like pretty much He-Man posing.
Is it like one of those hipster where it's like stag and
I'm going to go up to Kirok and just lightly nudge her, and then follow Varys.
Is it just before that? Was it just me and?
It was just you and her in the corridor at that point, but there are security in the corridor.
Yeah. I'll stand by the door if he's going out. Obviously, I won't follow him.
I will follow Zero.
What are you just leaving your chips? Where the fuck are they all going?
Yeah, no, fuck it.
I got people looking after it.
I'm just gonna step into the what I assume is the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm alone.
Zero. Wait.
Yeah, I'm just gonna when I step in, have a look around, make sure I'm alone. If I'm alone, I'm then gonna pull out the map from my pocket and see if there are any family members close by.
Bing, 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 bing. And you just, as if the map could zoom in for you, you see the silhouette of this very ship itself. And there is you, and there's one very slowly walking away from you.
How many guards are there in the hallway?
About 4. Also, bear in mind,
Just
I would
me.
actually give you the. Oh wait, no, I have it under NPC list. Yes. L9 is in the corridor.
Okay. There's 4 guards in the corridor.
Gloria, you definitely saw the Varys is doing something fucking stupid face.
That's
You
why
have-
I'm standing
you
in the
have been
corridor waiting
trained
for him
to see the
to come
face.
towards me. That's why I'm standing in the corridor, because I'm not stupid.
Okay, will I jump to 0 while you're waiting
Yeah,
to think
go
what
on.
you're
I'm
doing?
thinking. I'm thinking. I'm
0.
definitely not rolling
You
the
step
the dice.
outside into the corridor. What are you doing?
And Kirok's with me?
I said I'd
Yes.
follow him. Yeah.
Okay, that's just what I was asking.
You
That's- I
watch
was-
Varys turning in, and the elf girl very slowly makes her way down the corridor. She stops for a moment and reaches down to the floor as if she can't see, and tries to retie a shoe that seems to be quite unloosed, as if she could feel the thing getting loose. She is tying it currently.
I just look at Zero questioningly. Just what?
I don't even look at Kirok. I just and just ignore everything that's going around me. I'm just standing there waiting for Varys, and having Kirok at my side is being his eyes that see what he can't. So hopefully he'll give us some sort of signal what we're actually doing.
While in the toilet,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast a sending spell to Glory.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, that's my sister. I'm going to do something stupid, and I'm going to kill your not dad. You can reflect this. You can
I love
reflect
that.
this.
I love that
Do
that's
I
his
have
name
to-
now.
Do I have to verbally
don't
reply,
have-
or can I reply in
You
my
can
head?
reply in your head. This is all in your head's
You can
replies.
reflect this.
Okay. You can say that at the end.
Free spell.
Glory responds, "If that's your sister, then let's do this. I'm with you."
Quick glance at the map. Is she still in the corridor? Or
Still in the corridor.
is
At
Glory
this point,
Glory's in
well,
the corridor as well, right?
I am in the
Glory is
corridor.
just at the door, and
Yeah,
the
I'm
the elf stands up from the table, looking at all of you. Ah, I've had a fun evening, but I have a job to do, and just pulls out a pistol and shoots the actual bartender, like the actual card dealer.
Oh shit!
Oh,
we're in
shit.
this now.
As the entire vision drops, the disguised self drops, and Nezanar standing there.
What?
What?
I'm gonna step.
Come on, guys.
Before pointing at all of you and going, "I've no quarrel with you tonight. I have to kill someone else who's been disrespecting my master, Gregor."
Oh fuck!
Fuck! Not again.
The human
now!
form Gregor lands in the middle of the card room, as every guard piles into that room immediately.
I would like to cast something, if I may.
You may cast.
Just under my robes. Yeah, well, it's going to originate from my robes. I am going to cast conjure animals to just summon a shit ton of rats, and they're just going to go in every direction.
Gonna cause chaos.
Or distract the surveillance cameras. Yes. I apparently have a taste for rats.
Oh, that's a good thing to do. Okay.
That took me a minute.
Are we? Am I? Have I got time to react, or
You have time to react. You hear a gunshot go off. You hear Gregor, and your blood goes cold as you begin hearing that grotesque transformation you've heard so many times before.
I'm gonna run out into the hallway. Is my sister still there?
She's currently fallen onto the ground, looking up confused. Her blindfold is falling down off her face. She's been blinded in both eyes.
I'm gonna run over to her. I'm gonna.
She puts up her hands, not knowing who you are.
Sister, it's me. I'm gonna give her a kiss on the forehead, and me and her are gonna dimension door 500. We're gonna dimension door 500 feet straight up.
Okay, you teleport her and you straight up into the air. And as you teleport into arcane energy, wind immediately takes around you at all sides, and you just feel yourself plummeting.
Featherfall.
You cast Featherfall. You and her begin floating down. You and her are currently away from all of this going on. Does anyone here want to engage Gregor or the guards, or are you guys going to do your own thing right now?
Sorry,
I believe. Sorry.
No,
carry
just really quickly, I'll tell you, I haven't got Featherfall prepared. My next turn, when I get an action again, I will polymorph her into a giant eagle.
Would you polymorph yourself, perhaps? 'Cause
No,
she's
I
currently
can't.
blind. It should be a blind giant eagle.
No, you'd get the beast senses. You'd get if she's.
If she's
would I-
blinded, I'm
would-
pretty sure it carries over to polymorph.
Giant bat. Blind sense. Echolocation.
She's going to be
You have
confused.
some-
You're not going to be confused. That's all I'm going to say, but that's for your next turn. Is anyone going to contest Gregor and
No.
Etnar, or are you going to let them all just brawl?
I walk out of the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure everyone gets out, but I'm gonna body block to make sure
It's
if
basically a
everyone's
thing of
running.
like,
I just
boy,
picture,
what are you doing here?
I just picture
Walk out of the
Roman
room.
just like reaches up and grabs a glass and is just like, "Yep, shame shit as always."
I'm just sort of going to sort of glare at Gregor's direction, and then I'm going to sort of tilt my head as to suggest, let's go see the big man.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
By the way,
let
those
my
who are
party go through and body
just as
block.
you guys, yeah, Glory, you're going to be the last one out. You watch the monks jump Gregor, and they're actually beating the ever-loving shit out of him on the ground.
Best
But
luck with that.
their masks are all falling off. They're essentially just all look like the male equivalent of you. But there's 8 of them. 2 of them grab Gregor's one arm each, and he actually can't move his arms. And they are pummeling. He is regenerating faster than they can hurt him, but they're literally just holding him and just gonna beat him until one of them passes out. This is straight up Bruce Banner Hulk or with Tony Stark. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Just 8 fists are hitting him in the face going, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Oh no, we can't have that.
If I get the chance of killing Etnar. Anyway,
Shall I make a distraction?
I think the rats are doing that.
Rats are running everywhere, and you now see imps coming out of invisibility and just flocking down, jumping at rats. But when
Yeah,
one
by the
jumps
way-
down at the rat, 4 other rats pile on that imp.
Yeah, I cast that at level 5, by the way. I should have
Yeah, there's a fuck ton of rats.
Oh god.
This is straight up the Vermintide. One of them just looks up and goes, yes, yes!
I'm like that, what do they call it? I'm sort of like the EMP for the surveillance.
Yeah. So, everyone else has gotten out. Kirok, did you want to do something?
I've reconsidered my choice.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm waiting in the corridor for the rest of the party to come.
it was like basically just Roman was sketching in his book, you know, figuring out the whole thing of like how to do his clockwork thing, and then it was hold on.
He always gets a phone call during sessions.
His patron is calling him. He's like, yes, let them kill him. Do it. Ah.
I had a thought where I was like, I could make this. I just had a thought where I was like, I could make this worse for them, and then the rest of my brain clicked in and went, oh, it'd probably make it worse for us as well. Let's not do
Yes,
that.
correct.
What were you thinking of doing?
Well, because they were being a distraction, I thought I would give Gregor a bit of a helping hand.
Case face.
Gregor!
I mean, maybe.
Holy shit! That would have been amazing!
I know, but then the part of it, the rest of me went, no, don't do that.
Just to clarify, so we've established that Narrowan just got a call from Call of Cthulhu.
He updated his privacy policies.
And telling me that she's back inside. Anyway,
It was Cthulhu calling, telling you he's updated his privacy policies.
Hey.
I need to confirm.
but
So-
yeah, no. Basically, you know, Roman was just doing sketches in his, you know, book, figuring out how the clockwork's gonna work and everything, and then it was just, I have a job to do. Oh, hey, Oh, grab a glass. Alright, have a good one.
The other patrons, by the way, have bolted down the corridor. They just saw him shoot someone, change, and went, "Nope, I'm out." One of them ran out with 2 martinis, Jurassic World style.
Mood.
Not to mention this place is filling up with rats and imps.
Yeah,
In that
yeah.
case, as everyone is evacuating, I'll probably be the one standing by the door, just going,
Along
go,
with
go,
Glory,
go,
yeah.
go, go!
Yeah, me and you.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking walking like nothing's going on. Same shit, different day. Fucking bullshit.
Now we're getting rid of your fear of large creatures. It's like,
Yeah, no,
fuck
it's
it.
just like, alright, fucking Gregor, whatever. You're here. Great.
That's the real secret of D&D characters. Their jaded stat goes up with their level.
Actually, come to
just
think of
gonna-
it, because I don't know any better, I'm probably going to open the bathroom door and look for Varus.
No,
Varus is not there.
we were in the corridor, weren't we? So
Yeah,
we saw
we
him
You
come
were.
out.
Oh yeah. You saw him run out and just poof
Ah,
away.
yeah, never mind.
You saw
Yeah.
the generic arcane intellect, or arcane infusion of a dimension door.
Ah,
You
in
now
that
have
case,
your
I'm-
younger sister in your arms.
If Varus is out, we're out.
And I just sort of point to up the corridor where our target is.
By the way, at this point, the door flings open. Destiny rushes out, and there's a massive purple hand behind him, while there's this constant glimmer over his entire body. What the hell?
You got a rat problem, mate.
What the?
I just
I can see that.
I point in the room that has the massive werewolf in it.
Is he standing
Oh.
next to me?
Well, not directly next to you. He may be 5, 10 feet, 10, 15 feet away.
Alright.
I just point at the room with the werewolf in it. I don't say anything. I just point.
I'm ready in action.
What is your action?
If he comes into range, I'm just gonna tap him on the shoulder and cast Contagion.
Okay.
Specifically,
He walks past you, and the moment you cast something at him, poof, just doesn't make contact. He's there. He's physically tangible, but your spell has no effect.
I take it I burn it all the same.
Yeah, you burn it all the time. It's essentially like he's got this constant gleam that covers his entire body, making him basically seem like nothing is hurting him. The rats are trying to gnaw at his feet and clothes. Nothing is actually able to bite. It just keeps like there's almost a barrier around all of it as this is going on. And he does try to step down the corridor, and this old shitty looking captain steps out next to him drunkenly with an octopus wrapped around his shoulder. What in the fuck?
I'm sorry. What?
You heard.
Land spiders are not accessories.
Did you just call it a land? Never mind.
You mean a water spider?
Whatever.
Yeah, that would.
Sure,
Yeah,
that's
that's amazing.
I got really confused because there was a nature program on earlier that was talking about water spiders, and people wouldn't listen to me when I told them to turn it off. Yay, family!
Yay!
That's amazing. They are now sea spiders. Fantastic.
While they're having this conversation, has
It looks like this.
That looks like a trustworthy face.
I
Indeed.
trust him completely.
Also, his octopus is cute.
Octopus is cute.
Also, his last name is the thing that he's not wanting really to be on because he's a sailor. Jarlund.
Basically looks like Johnny Depp if Johnny Depp looked like how he acted.
Wow, what a
That was
description!
the best description of my life.
Has painted a very vivid picture in my mind.
Is everyone?
But you have
You guys are all
heard
currently in the corridor still. Zero, you try to touch this guy, and he basically just goes, "Don't touch me! I'm important."
Wow,
Oh, I want to kill him so bad.
what a mood!
And you just
Touch me up.
he begins stepping towards the room. Is anyone doing anything, Gloria? You keep making wisdom saving throws.
I know I do. So the way that we came in is at the other end of the corridor.
Okay, I'm basically going to there's too much shit here for the sake of it, but That corridor,
Would we have to go past Destiny's room to get out? Is my question.
yes. You have to get past Destiny to get out. Destiny's here. Casper is there. His octopus is his own token, but I'm moving it back in here. His octopus has 3 health.
Aww.
Don't do AoE spells. Don't kill the octopus. Adopt the octopus. You need a new pet.
I'm not an
Alright,
evocation.
like
I'm not an
Oh,
evocation wizard.
Roman.
I'm just gonna look to the party and like gesture as if I'm like saying go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna take them. Encourage Kira to do the same.
Oh yeah, no, this whole time I've just been walking, just like, yep.
Adopt the eight-legged child. Please.
As you guys try to walk by, Dryland steps into the middle of the corridor and goes, "Hey, I know all you. I
Hey,
was
dummy.
told you keep fucking with our plan." As he says that, his face just contorts and his neck basically snaps sharply to the left. And it looks like his entire face is being wrapped around by tentacles. Invisible tentacles, but there's a pressure to all of it. Something that you've seen once before when someone you know, Nezanar, was being telepathically controlled long ago.
Oh shit.
Duval, very, very irritating.
I cast banishment.
Your spell
I'm
is
just
immediately
walking down the
countered.
fucking hallway.
Your spell is immediately countered
Damn it.
as his eyes glow up and it just points to you. No. Patron of the fallen god, you will. And it looks like he's trying to literally kill this mouthpiece of his own before it can reveal any information. Well, not the weirdest thing I've seen all week.
Yeah, it's fucking same shit, different day, man. Same
Yeah,
shit,
big
different
mood,
day.
kid. Big mood.
I'm just gonna reach out gently and take the octopus off the shoulder and cradle it gently.
Make an animal handling check.
And just like, I'm just gonna take this.
An animal handling check.
Oh my god, fantastic!
You gently pick up the octopus. It looks quite confused, like help.
I'm having flashbacks to a one-shot where me and Max fought over a snake. And I won because screw you!
I'm not necessarily trying to take this as a pet. It's more like okay, this is innocent creature here. I'm just gonna remove him from the nasty person.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Zero.
Sure.
As the moment you take the octopus off, the guy breathes relief as it puts one tentacle against your chest.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably the actual thing that's controlling.
That's ironic.
Wisdom saves on a druid.
Do I just
Hey,
sort of
man.
blink at him like, huh?
You're aware of very powerful force try to get in your head. I'm annoyed because literally 3 points off the DC.
Hey!
Because it's a fucking Kraken casting spell. You better believe they're high tier. And I'm just like,
Do I know it's the Kraken and everything?
you're aware a great watery mind just tried to slink into your own thoughts to take control of you. You just went, nah about that life.
I'm just gonna blink at it and be like, and just, I'm gonna push forward the thoughts like, nah, my brain's had too many people in it. We're not currently looking for a new occupant.
No
This house-
vacancies!
This house is currently getting maintained.
It's good.
Yeah.
This house is currently under
I'm just
maintenance. We're not taking anyone else in.
We're currently undergoing renovation.
And I'm just gonna gently put that into my robes and just like, you stay there, octopus. We're gonna have a talk to you later.
As you try to put the octopus into your robes, it just goes limp.
Aww.
Oh, baby.
Good job, Zero. You killed it.
Who knows Revivify?
I do.
Because Revivify on
But
the
is it
octopus!
like dead, or is it just unconscious? Is it like savable by a standard cure? Do I know, or
You know, well, it just went limp in your hands.
yeah? But I'm medical. Like, what's my medical opinion on this?
It looks like it just got severe mental trauma.
Aww.
I'm gonna
Damn
cast.
it, Jim! I'm a druid, not a doctor.
I'm gonna cast a level 1 healing word just to let
You
her
just
have
go,
a nice
oi!
night's
And it just
sleep
goes,
and-
meow! He just wakes back up like very confused.
Why does the octopus
As-
meow?
Because I literally
can.
can't
It's
think.
an octopus.
Watch now, guys. You basically made the octopus is going to become Octodad.
I was about to make an Octodad joke, god damn it!
It just basically
so,
clings into you like, I'm confused. As Caspier is now there going, he tried to kill me. What a son of a bitch. Thank you.
What is happening right now?
I just
I am
shrug. It's like
like,
that
I
was a
just
very
like to
bizarre
look after
couple
the
of minutes.
octopus.
oh, by the
I
way,
didn't
heads,
know.
heads up, by the way. What was it? Oh yeah. Wait, no, it was something that he told me not to tell you. But he was trying to kill me. So fuck that guy, because he no longer has control over my head because you took away the octopus.
I feel like
just
you
goes,
shouldn't hold
"Wait."
that octopus.
He just goes, wait, goes back into the room, comes back out. I need more wine, and he just begins drinking again.
Information, please. We're in a hurry. There's a werewolf on the boat.
He puts a finger up as he goes, no, and he's just like, is still finishing his glass.
I'm just gonna try and make eye contact with everyone and be like, get out.
I use the cantrip chill
I'm
touch to
noticing-
freeze the wine.
Oh, that was my wine.
This is important.
I motion.
Dude, that
motion
would
everybody
actually be
to
nice.
Continue on. I'm just gonna stand here for a second with this man. So,
Don't kill that
information.
one. Never mind.
What was it? Yeah, I was maybe one of the cult leaders of the Kraken Society till I got brainwashed. It kind of sucked.
No,
By
no,
kinda, I
no,
mean really sucked. So, what was it? Oh, yeah. Wait, was that it? No, it was about something else.
You need to get quicker at remembering.
Either tell me right now or I banish you.
Please don't banish me.
Then fucking tell me.
Oh! Hecaton's on a ship. Called the Morkoth. It's in the it's basically kind of floating around. I think it's in the trackless sea. Hang on, I've got a notepad. He just goes back in and literally gets out a sticky notepad.
What sort of arcane technology is this sticky paper?
It's made
The
of
best.
slug.
Yeah,
Cool, it's
duh.
only sticky on one part of it. That's amazing.
Glue is a thing in Faerun. Just
Is it-
saying.
Oh yeah, it's
Is
just
it-
po-
Yeah, but it is.
somebody invented post-it notes. It's like wow.
It's doable.
The future is now.
Now.
Thanks
So
to
yeah,
science.
to let you guys know, go looking around the trackless sea, northern isles of it. There's a ship called the Morkoth. Basically, it's got an octopus on the front of the bow instead of, a maiden with boobies, which is so stupid. So, yeah, look for the Morkoth. Basically, you can't really fly there, so I recommend getting a ship.
Kirok impatiently flaps her wings and snatches the notepad off him and goes, "Thank you, you've been very helpful,"
Yep, have a good one.
and starts to walk off down the corridor.
I
Yeah,
got a
we're gonna
girl's scrying number on that. Wait!
I don't give a fuck.
At this point,
I
by
don't
the
give
way,
a flying fuck.
At this
Damn.
point, by the way, 3 of the monks have been thrown away as Gregor is just loudly roaring in the other room, and is currently
Oh, yeah,
now getting
right.
Bigsby tanned into the wall by Destiny. And Nezanar steps up, points a finger of death at him, just literally bounces off of Destiny, going, "That was rude.
I'm gonna look at Ashka and go, we should go right now. We need to leave.
You're a bunch of. I'm gonna fucking kill both. Nezanar, you fucking traitor bitch! I'm gonna kill you, you son of a bitch. I made a fuck.
I'm gonna do
Destiny
that
sounds
thing as I walk past, where I point at my eyes and then point at Gregor. It's just like.
Gregor just shouts out,
over your
"I'm
shoulder."
busy!"
I look over at Gregor at the end of the corridor and I just sort of roll my eyes and I do what I was gonna do and I cast Enlarge on him.
Okay. The floors underneath him break.
Well, he's not being held by the hand anymore.
Yeah.
At this point, as you guys all begin making your step out, Nezanar Misty steps in front of you all, next to Destiny's room. I'm not here to fight you. Give me a second. I know what spells fucking with
Fuck, you
him.
beat me to
He
it,
walks
you
in-
piece of shit!
He walks in, comes out with a golden statue, and goes, "Hey, fuckface!" He looks at the statue, and it just melts in his hands as that golden shimmer fades away from Destiny, who now looks a lot more afraid, and there's now a grinning werewolf behind him. How about we just, forget everything right now, because I may have been freed from the corruption of the Kraken, may or may not now just want to kill him. You guys are low on the totem pole, he's a bigger fish neither of us like.
Oh,
I'm gonna
so
kill
you-
Destiny.
You're not with the Kraken anymore.
No!
Does
One
this
too
mean-
many times.
Does this mean you don't want to kill us anymore? Because that'd be nice.
I mean, you guys did form my plans for domination, but right now you're low on my totem pole.
Is,
Okay.
Right now
Is
I've got
Destiny
people who
standing in
have
front of me?
constantly used me. Destiny is about 10 feet from you. Gregor is on the other side, about 10 feet away.
I cast this on Destiny.
Oh, great! Someone who I know doesn't have a high wisdom.
Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna cast water breathing on everybody, in case the boat goes down.
Thank you.
At what point through all of this does Varys come falling through the roof?
Feather falling. You're still feather falling.
No, I haven't.
He
got
doesn't
prepared.
have it
I said-
prepared.
That's
So
why
I'm
he's
waiting-
gonna
I'm
polymorph
wait-
himself.
I'm-
I'd
56
say
seconds.
you could have probably
Something.
polymorphed yourself into a creature, gotten to shore with her, and then
Okay.
changed back.
Well, my question was, polymorph says it gets the creature's statistics. So would she then get the creature's sight? Would I know that?
No, I'm gonna say you'd have to cast this on yourself and then fly her down.
Okay. What I'll do first. Well.
You,
another
you
question.
can explain right now because a lot should just happen on the inside.
Okay. Do I know? I've teleported straight up before. Do I
You
know
yeah.
roughly, like, action-wise?
Takes
how many
about
turns till I hit the ground?
takes about.
Like, have I got at least 2 turns? Basically, is what I'm asking.
Oh yeah, you
Three
definitely
turns.
have more than 2 turns. You went 500 feet up. It's 60 feet a turn. You fall. You got
Okay.
time.
Well, that's with Featherfall, 60 feet. So
No, 60 feet is normal. Featherfall
Okay.
just means you just keep falling, but once you about to hit the ground, you go, eh.
the first thing I do is cast Lesser Restoration on my sister.
Mm-hmm. Her
Which
eyes
should-
clear out.
Cure her blindness. Now, don't panic. I know we're free falling right now.
She looks down the ground. And
Trust me.
Brother? What?
Wait, what do you mean she looks down? She'll have no idea where she is.
Yeah.
She'll see that she is 400 feet in the air.
Yeah, you can sense gravity.
And moving
Yeah.
very fast.
She looks down very quickly, going, brother? Ah!
Trust me.
Don't panic. We're fine.
Ah!
I'm gonna transform you into an eagle. Drop you
Huh?
off on the boat.
This is a terrible plan.
No,
What?
I'm not gonna do that.
This was
I
a terrible plan.
What's
I'm
that
going
falling?
to turn her into a mouse and put her in my pocket.
She's now a mouse.
I have no idea.
You didn't
What I'm
think this
doing.
through, did you?
This was a terrible plan.
I'm then going to.
We had an escape plan and you ignored it.
My escape plan didn't involve my sister being there.
It still would have worked.
So I've now got no more special shiny light left, so that can go.
Oh, yeah.
That was my last of it, my 2 charges.
Jesus, I'm really glad I put that in. You've all used that well.
I'm then going to continue to fall. And fall, and fall, and fall, and fall, and fall, and fall, and fall. And then, before I hit the land, I guess I'm just going to Dimension Door again.
Okay. Where do you dimension door to?
The toilet. That's what I was in.
The toilet.
Okay. Make an intelligence check. Actually, make an Arcana check to see if you can
Oh, boy.
properly transport yourself back down. There's a lot of judgments going in. Okay. Varys, you teleport down. You're like, okay, I'm in the bathroom again. I have a mouse. Why is Destiny pinned, frozen in place? Is that Gregor?
Okay, then I'm
Is that Isidore?
then I have to make a wisdom save when I see Gregor. I believe you said a long
Mhm.
time ago.
Yep.
I'm gonna use luck on that.
You are not frightened of Gregor.
Bonus
As his
action,
intention is entirely not at you.
I'm gonna. Oh fuck! And I'm gonna cast a level.
before anything else happens,
A 5th level Shadow Blade.
how close is everybody?
This is a very tight corner.
Exactly, that's why I'm asking.
You're all very close together.
Is everybody, say, I don't know, within 10 feet of me?
You can get everyone within 10 feet of you in like 5 seconds easily. As Zero walks in after casting Whole Person on Destiny, who now looks terrified, with Nezinar to one side of him and Gregor to the other. I don't need to describe what's about to happen.
Have fun, everybody. Ta-ta, we'll be in touch, and I cast teleport.
Nezana, do it properly this time.
You all have a stubborn habit of not dying!
And we're gone.
Oh my god.
And you know, as we appear in the other place, I say, "Okay, let's go. The rats are gone now that I'm constant. Oh, we're not here anymore."
We're in
Where
Tribal.
Where are we?
We're in Tribal.
We're in Tribal.
We're back in Tribal.
Gosh,
You're in tribal!
things really happened right there.
Your sister is right next to you. I don't have a mini for her because, well, that happened.
She's still a mouse.
Mini or a token thing
Yes.
name.
Same.
So
Yeah.
we actually didn't learn anything about where the giant queen was killed.
I have a notebook, and I start
You know-
flicking through it.
I'm gonna look at Varys and go, did you get her? Because she's a mouse right now, I can't see her.
Just reach into my pocket. Is there a mouse in it?
There is the world's most confused mouse in his pocket.
You have a
I-
mouse.
Put it back in my pocket and I'll break volume off.
Okay, she immediately falls down, you know, like landing basically in the air, bow, looks around confused. What just happened?
And I just give her a big hug.
She looks like a younger version of Varys, except maybe
Origin?
how younger would you say than you, Varys?
That's a real good question.
I mean, how can you tell with elves? They have physical
Yeah, this
maturity,
is
and then
true.
they just sort of age for the next step.
They hit maturity at 15 and then look the same for 400 years.
Yeah.
Did I write down an age? I can't really remember. I don't think we ever
Did
said
in
an
your fuck. Let's just say,
age. She's the youngest. I know that much.
how old are you?
I'm 188.
Let's say she 108,
88.
88. Let's say she's 130.
Okay.
She's 50 years younger than you.
Oh,
Hang on,
she's a
hang on,
baby.
hang on. Varys is younger than Hurry.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
Why is that surprising?
Because it's Hurry.
Hurry's older than everybody. I've accepted this.
Except for Hadrian. He's 400.
Okay,
Rule
carry on,
man.
carry on. I'm having an extension crisis for my furry right now.
Age can always be retconned. I've done it before.
Anyway,
Okay.
in this campaign.
Yeah, I just don't say anything. I just give her a hug.
I'll raise my hand and say, "Who's the elf?"
She
Didn't know you
begins
were
sobbing,
Quiet,
looking
Zero.
very
leave.
confusedly looking around.
Can I make a perception check to see if anything followed us or hitched a ride or
Make
if
a
anything's
perception
wrong?
check.
I'm in
Funnily enough,
I'm in
that's-
maximum paranoia.
Okay, you can make a perception check, certainly.
Can
Kirok,
I-
you're fully aware your spell is people you choose go with you.
Yeah, Chloe wouldn't know that. Well, maybe she would, but she doesn't right now.
You don't know that spell, so make a perception check. And Ashk,
What I was going to say was, can I don't know.
Oops,
I
ignore
was
that second
going to attempt to calm down the situation some way before Varys ran in and hugged.
Varys just ran and is just hugging his sister right now, and no words. She's sobbing. He's probably trying not to sob. Kirok,
He
you're flipping
definitely
through the
is sobbing.
notes.
Yes.
As seen by Blue visually looking through post-it notes.
So
That's
in
my
that
extent of
case-
note taking for this campaign.
In that case, Ashka is just essentially being mum, just checking everyone, just going, "Are you okay? Are you okay? You okay? You okay? You
Everyone
okay?"
seems okay. That was
You're
jarring,
okay.
but everyone seems
Also,
okay.
I'm still holding the wine glass from the
You
fucking.
still have your wine glass, yeah. It's actually a very nicely gold made by crafted with goblet with silver. Basically, what would be like, say, picture like threads of water like moved up kind of thing. That's the gold, and then the glass is actually silver that's been sat in. It's probably worth about 100 gold.
That's useful to have.
Yeah, this is great.
Kirok. During your notes, you discover the name Morkoth with the design of a giant squid. But clearly it's not a giant squid, but something made in the design of it. It's a very large ship.
Mm-hmm.
You see the line written down very hastily with some water on it. Clashed her against the purple rocks, awaiting the next one.
It's my home.
You search through. Captured. Restrained. The deep one awaits on the other plane, far below the currents. The prize must be kept. She must complete her task and see about the master's designs. Then the next one is, I'm hungry. And you realize very quickly that it seems like there's moments of clarity for him where he's been possessed, and then other moments where it's like, I'm hungry, I'm horny, I'm this, I'm that, I'm hungover.
Is it the same as being high?
Basically,
Also-
this guy is a stoner except when he's possessed.
I just blink at the notes because Kirok is just like, if Kirok kept notes, this is how she would write. So she looks at it and just goes, "This looks perfectly fine to me. I don't see what the problem is."
Also,
with
is
this."
there
Elder
a
gods, not even once.
scrying number in there for a girl?
There is. There is a what looks like the design for a teleportation circle.
Ooh, I rip that page out and just keep it.
The lesbian.
No, she just likes
bird.
she likes the idea of having another teleportation circle. That's literally it.
Nice.
Some random fucking girl.
Hey, if it had a
Like-
number on it, she was considering eating it.
I'll be back 2 seconds.
The moral of the story is don't give important books to the bird.
Yeah.
Well, you took it, so I didn't even give.
No one else took it.
Also, so was it Nezanor's notebook or the cat?
No, no.
It was the octopus man.
It was the octopus possessed, kraken possessed Captain Boy.
Right.
I just
That's
shrug.
what I
I just
thought.
shrug and give the book to Roman. This seems like something you'd want.
Thanks. I looked through the book. Okay.
Roman, you read through the note about the details of being waiting on the other side of the plane.
Chug, 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 chug.
Kay, please convey this to her. It's basically like the scene where Thor goes, I need a moment of you. Okay, once I finish this bottle. And Valkyrie just necks the fucking thing.
You know, in Thor Ragnarok, when Thor's drinking a drink and then Valkyrie downs it, they're basically saying that's you, or that's saying that's you.
She just
There's
took the
worse-
bottle.
There's worse things to be compared to the Valkyrie, let's be
I
real.
asked her to bring me the bottle so I
I'm
could pour a
back.
glass, and she went and just tried drinking it.
The glass was for you, so you could keep it. And then she took the rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. Come on, carry on.
The voice echoes in your head, Roman, as you read the note of awaiting on the other side. He hides in the plane of water, too cowardly to return to the material plane, even though he's at perfect access. I see now. He wants the dragon to ruin the mortals. No opposition to his return then. Crafty, crafty child. Not crafty enough. Keep going, my chosen. Keep going.
I actually just got a cold chill then.
Gotta love D&D.
I don't like this anymore.
I don't want to play a warlock.
I
Do
don't
you
like
want to
the
play a
dream.
warlock? Sell your soul to the devil.
This is why I play Fey warlocks.
Yeah, I
The ones
should've
you're
worked
gonna
that.
get in that case is fucked.
Hey!
Hey. I love the outro.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Choke you to death?
Context. Nemo, did you actually watch Critical Role?
I have
that's
no
the
idea what you're
joke.
talking about. It's almost as if I specifically didn't say where that's from in case it was a spoiler for anyone.
No, everyone here is definitely up to date on Critical Role.
Well, at least on season 2.
Everyone here is at least on season 2.
Yeah,
Let's just carry on.
Oh, that gives
Swiftly
me
onward.
that gives me a cheeky giggle.
Anyway, so I raise my hand again and say, so we're not going to worry about Varys' new girlfriend?
I think girlfriend is the wrong term here. Even I
That
can
would be
recognize.
weird, Nemo.
Sorry, what was that? I didn't catch that last
I
part.
mean,
Did
Gloria,
my connection go? But I don't
No, I
think.
heard you. I didn't hear no one.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So that'd be a bit weird, there, Zero.
I'm pretty
Why
sure
would that be
Gloria
weird?
is the only one that knows it's my sister.
Yeah, but you do look related.
We do look the same.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a thing of like, oh, that kind of looks like Varys. Oh, wait.
Ah. Suddenly the story makes sense.
I mean, Varys is pretty into himself. It makes sense that he would date a girl that looked like him.
I have
Yeah,
a,
I mean,
I have a sister. What does she look like? Ah.
Yeah, Zero has no idea, so he's like, huh? So who is this girl?
You have enough intelligence to put 2 and 2 together.
Nemo, I'll just spell it out for him. Sister. Zero. Not girlfriend.
Yeah, but... Oh, right. Yeah, my brain's not wide. Yep, good, Kate.
Nope.
Sister,
That's
not
okay.
girlfriend,
Kirok.
good.
Where did you actually come in at?
Probably the similar place that we did before, like in this field.
Okay, by the field, by the tavern, yeah?
Yeah, just sort of here. Just walk across the field and. walk to the
Kronos
tavern.
is still there!
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sweet baby
my
boy! And
parents-
I just
my
take off
parents
and
still
fly
there.
across the field.
My parents are gonna be like, what the fuck?
You're just gonna hand this child over like, here, protect this. We need you to adopt this for a while. We'll take it
Yeah.
back later.
Can you adopt another one of my friends?
Oh, also, is it starting to just look like fucking Asgard? You know, when Asgardians come in, there's just like, you know,
Bifrost.
circles and shit.
Oh, it's Kirok. It's definitely a fucking rainbow.
Yeah,
It's just-
yeah.
the rainbow with
What,
huge
what,
stalks
what I
come out
mean
of
is,
the
like,
grass.
basically the ground is now burned because we just teleported in.
No, no, no.
Nah.
Kirok's more sensible than that.
Am I?
Kirok's more
Say what?
environmentally aware than that.
That's true.
There you go. That went.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, I
Named
just,
as
I
Pebbles
just,
Town
I
Cat.
just
After-
fly off across the field and hug Kronos like I always do.
Oh god.
As you run over and just hug Kronos, it's just an immediate from him in that realizing way. As one of the guards pokes their head out, one of the actual executioners pokes their head out and goes, "Sir, your daughter's back."
There's so many things I want to say about that.
I know. As soon as he steps out, I just scream at him, "We found your sister!" And then I don't say anything else.
Okay, I do not have another child. Whose sister?
I just keep petting Kronos.
I'm just going to scratch the back of my head and say, well, that...
Legacy,
We're
did you
doing
have
well.
twins?
Varys, sir, Varys found a family
Oh
member.
shit! And he just runs down the. As Legacy
Yeah,
comes out now
I wave him
confused.
over.
What?
Signal.
Legacy's coming out now also confused, stepping down. What the fuck?
Varys, legacy. Varys has found family.
Ah! Oh! Alright, shit, right, let's go.
I'm just going to put my hands up and be like, yeah, Roman, I'm going to need your help later, and possibly Turks. I'm going to go in the inn and see if I can find some water and salt to make this guy more comfortable as I hold up the octopus.
The octopus is very confused, like, help. If an octopus with just eyes could say help, it's saying help.
I take it I would know enough, especially growing up around the
It
sea.
needs
to know-
water. Yeah, you've definitely at least tried to have a pet octopus. It didn't work, but you know what you should have done.
Yeah, I was saying, would I know enough to actually make
Yes.
the correct level of saline solution?
Bitch, it's D&D. Yes, you're a druid. Abracafuckle.
Sometimes you
That's
just
going in the book.
sometimes you can just go magic and it's fine. You don't have to explain
Yes.
everything.
That's why I always do it with Zero. Magic! Magic! Legacy and Sildar are now looking confused at all of you. Oh, you're already back? None of you are
I'll-
bleeding?
I'll
That's a
explain
first for you
in
guys
about
coming back?
2 minutes. Let's get. Varys, what's your sister's name? I can't just keep saying Varys' sister. That's rude.
her name's Adenine. Adenine, she's everyone. I'll just name everyone.
Hi. Legacy looks down and goes, am I adopting another one?
Please.
Oh, if I don't want to trouble you more than we already have.
Okay, I'll level with you. Tell me you found some information, and I'll adopt your daughter. Your
Come
sister.
inside.
For now.
Come inside. I'll give you a full debrief of everything that just happened.
Also,
Yeah, she's been through a lot.
Cthulhu.
More than you know.
What was this, Roman?
I'm gonna recontact Cthulhu and tell him. Oh, also we found a Kraken's aid, octopus thing. Can we keep it?
Work with it a little bit, and if he was using it, I can use it too.
Yay!
Now we get a Cthulhu pet.
Friendship is madness.
A mini Thulu.
He just grows spines. Yeah, it goes purple. Yeah, it'd be great.
Well, to be fair, it's changed color multiple times. Just going, what is happening? I am quite confused. It's now currently looking quite brown as it's just clinging to Zero. Just going, what?
Yeah, I'm
That
taking the in.
camouflage,
I'm going
maybe.
to make him comfy, and I'm going to feed him and look after him.
I'm gonna pet him and feed
We're
him.
gonna say that you guys do that in the corner while everyone else sits down and has a discussion of what the fuck?
I'm gonna
Yes,
tell
Cthulhu.
Legacy literally everything that happened from the minute we stepped into tribal to Utah until right now. I'm gonna tell them everything so that they can get a full picture of what the fuck just happened. And while she's doing it, it's very obvious that Glory hasn't fully comprehended what just happened.
Bear in mind, everyone apart from Glory and Ask is still in fancy ass fucking clothes.
Yes.
Yes.
They're in fancy ass fucking clothes. Like,
I
Well,
also
all
say
that-
that this was my stupid idea, so if they want to blame anyone, they can blame me.
they're both listening to you more with surprise, like, that's actually good. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. And they continue with this trend.
What, surprised
with
that I
you as
actually
you go.
thought of something?
No. Well, yes, but no. And it just continues and continues, like, yeah, actually, it was pretty solid. And then Sildar immediately pops in. But the real question is, did you cash in the chips before you left?
Did I take them with me, or did I leave
You
them
still
on the
have
table?
them.
You
still
have the
them.
ones apart from the ones that you had on the table, I would assume.
Yeah, the ones on the table you left, but everything else you had.
Well, I mean, like,
I imagine that every, like,
all
you
of them.
finish your glass, chuck them into a bag, and you moved. Or one of your aides did it for you, like
So-
Roman. While
That,
he
that's
was-
why I didn't. That's why I didn't leave the room yet, because I was like, oh yeah.
You just take a wine glass, you put his coins in, like, I'm good.
so, like, we've got all of them, right?
Like a little goth punk Santa with a bag over his back.
There's 10,000 chips that's sitting there with my name on it, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. If you can find someone who's willing to trade that many chips for gold, you're in for a penny.
I mean,
Actually, it's Yartar we go.
I think if we end up going back to Utah, yeah, we'll cash that shit in.
Yeah, we can hold on to that for the time.
Yeah. If you guys want a nest egg for the rest of your life, you can cash that in because wow.
Hey,
I mean, you
maybe
could
that's
fund a
forward.
small. You could literally fund a small city being built with that. That was amazing.
Awesome! We should get a keep built.
Yeah, we should buy.
We have one.
What happened?
It's not a keep, though. We should get an actual keep.
We have land to build a keep on, I believe.
We can buy the land as well.
No, but we own land. Isn't that what the dwarves gave us?
Yeah,
Some
the
land to
Lords
build
it.
on? It
Something
was
like
like a keep once. But
You have
it's
to
like-
kill Zalto for that.
Oh, well, let's go do that.
Oh, okay, sure.
Line, we want a
Sure,
castle.
alright.
We're gonna go kill a
We're
giant.
gonna go on a magical mystery tour of all of Glory's trauma.
Sure, what's that?
Zalto is just sitting there like, you have come to die. No, we've come to get a fucking castle. Come here, bitch.
Teleportation circle to the centre of Zalto's keep. Let's go.
No!
We've had enough of Varys' trauma. Let's go back to Glorious, please.
To be fair, this is the most positive that it could have been. Then Legacy, who has been quiet for this whole time, just speaks up, and whilst Sildar's been like caught up in this, she went
Zero?
dour.
No.
I'm not even. Take it away.
What? Leave me alone.
Oh my god, I just realised that we missed out on a one-liner.
Right.
We disrespect your boat, demon.
Yes, it's not a session unless there's a BuzzFeed Unsolved joke.
I don't know. Well, I know exactly how dangerous they are. And if he just destroyed the statuette, it means he doesn't have the spell cast on him. Destiny could most likely be dead at this
I
point.
don't want to assume that until I see a body.
If it's Gregor and Nezanar, there might not be a body.
I'm going to
Fair.
shake the stick to get a spell back, and then
Yeah.
send a sending spell to Nezanar. Hey, did you kill him?
Oh
I
man,
can't believe you're bros now.
this has never
Hey,
gone
he-
wrong
hey,
in the
hey,
past.
He is not with Cthulhu or with the Kraken anymore. So me
That
and him
you
are good
know.
buddies.
There was zero insight to
Goes-
that.
Okay,
Casting
Well,
sending
of
to
all
a
the
villain has
people-
never gone badly before, sure.
it actually hasn't, funnily
It
enough.
hasn't. For
It's
me,
only when
it
you
hasn't.
scrying the villain there's
Yeah,
Doubt.
a difference between
And to be fair, that was the next thing I was gonna say.
there's a difference between sending a letter and looking in someone's window.
Doubt.
You hear
You even did
of
a
all the
little-
people, I'm honestly surprised that the guy who's killed me once is responding to this. But yes, I have in fact his head in my hands.
Good.
I am now going to make sure this gets burned and destroyed so we can't be resurrected. BRB.
I imagine I noticed that my whole
so,
person
yeah,
spell
no,
stopped
Destiny's
working when
dead.
he died.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah, so
It's I would have said as well, Zero, just from range. Yeah, after a while it kind of fades off.
So Nezanar says he's dead and he has his head, Destiny's head, and he's gonna go burn it now.
Why don't try not to contact Nezanar?
You
too much.
contacted Nezanar?
Yeah, a lot happened in a very short space of time.
Oh,
I know, I just listened to all of it. Legacy just sits down and there isn't even a question. Gal just brings over a bottle of whiskey uncorked.
God, is wise.
Ashka's just standing there, rubbing her one hand and her hand on Glory's arm, just sort of groaning loudly.
Legacy's doing the exact same, except her hands, or her free hand, is on a bottle of whiskey.
That sounds good.
All in all, 100% successful trip.
Somehow.
But Blue, we lost Mr. Rimmer.
All in all, 100% successful trip.
I didn't get that joke, but I'm laughing at it.
I didn't even hear what Kay said.
It's fine.
But we lost Mr.
Kay, what did you
River.
say?
We lost
Ah.
Mr. Rimmer.
All in all,
Yeah.
100% successful trip.
It's a Red Dwarf reference for anyone that doesn't
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
I understand.
know
this way.
British TV shows.
How dare you?
I honestly thought you were trying to like
Sorry.
quote some of the characters in this, like you were referring to someone as Mr. Rimmer. I was like,
No.
who's Mr. Rimmer in this case?
I thought it'd be really good to reference character, but all I could think of
No,
was
no, like I knew who the character was. I was like, wait, who's our Rimmer in this case?
Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm just
Can't
gonna
Remember if he thought less of himself.
I'm gonna order two bottles of wine and just give one to my sister and one to me. And
Wow.
we're gonna take a drink in the corner, just talking to ourselves.
She kind of doesn't really drink, but just clings to you and is just doing nothing but asking questions. Where's mom? Where's dad? Where's everyone else?
I have
Who are
an
these
idea. You're the first one I've seen since everything happened. But I've got ideas. I think I know where most of them are. If not all of them.
Um,
To be honest, I didn't know you were there.
who's all these people?
Um,
Why is that one now apparently my mom? And she's drinking whiskey straight.
So these
That's the whole bottle. She didn't even stop gulping. That's the whole bottle.
were apparently the family that adopted me after I left home. That's my mom. That's my other mom. That's my other mom. Went
You
into.
have 4
There's a
moms
pepper.
now.
Oh, they're all very strong parental figures.
Gee, Varys, how come you get so many moms?
Hey,
He's collecting them.
Like everyone, people like they definitely define me as a child of the group. But you know,
I beg
Well,
to
I mean-
differ.
You are my big brother.
Your mum in a way.
I make stupid decisions, so I'm.
Okay, well that's
anyway.
never changed with you, at least. That's good.
I just realised the thing. Never mind.
I'm sorry for leaving. Sorry for running away.
They just said that you had to go away on an adventure.
Yeah,
That
but
you'd come
there.
back eventually. That's all they said, is that you'd eventually come back. But you didn't. Well, in a way you did come back. You came back to me. In a roundabout way.
Oh, I did plan
And
to.
she's really now struggling to focus because you don't know how long that spell was on her, but it's really like she's still getting used to the fact that I can see.
What happened? How did you get there? What happened to you?
You're all traveling by ship. Mom, me, Dad, everyone. The ship got hit when we were asleep. Someone ran in and hit me in the head with something. I think it doesn't matter. It just hurt.
Yeah.
When I woke up next, I was in a cage. Mom was in a cage. Dad was in a cage. I didn't see anyone else. Dad was gagged.
Mm.
Mom had chains pinning her to the bottom of the ship.
Oh.
I passed out. I woke up next to a lot of noise. There was a lot of people. I couldn't see.
Yeah. What is that?
A lot of people saying I want, and a lot of numbers. And then someone eventually got me. I was at an auction. I was auctioned off, and that was I don't even know how long ago. It's all been a haze.
Yeah. Sounds like whoever took you probably told you all off.
And
I think I know who's got dad, but who else? You don't want to know who's got dad. I don't.
okay. This has just been a very bad nightmare, and I feel like I'm only now waking up, and I just want to. And she just begins just falling into your chest again and starts crying again.
Just give it up a tight hug and just hold her tight.
This music is too upbeat for this.
I was gonna say.
Here's your cat's backstory.
Yeah, I'll just hold her there. Just her in one arm, bottle of wine in the other.
After a while, Legacy is looking over at you and your sister, looks over towards Sildar and goes, I'm adopting her, aren't I? Yeah, I'm adopting her.
Can I get some more work done on my Ow.
Sure. Make a tinkering check.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say that you only need one more check after this. When you were that drunk, apparently it makes you better. Apparently.
Woo!
You're one of those irritating drunks
So
that,
wait,
oh
so
look, I'm
we
passed
went
out
from-
and I made something better.
So it went from 7 days to being made to now 3 days.
Yes, basically. You rolled
Fucking
well
right.
on your other two, if I'm correct. You rolled very well. And then you roll a fucking
Yeah,
natty.
I wrote a 19 on the other one.
Natty
Yeah,
20.
You basically realize, oh, I can just make the exact same piece a few times for all these, and rather than, say, cutting it, shaping it, and then putting it in, you just make the same piece about 4 times, and then you have your spare so you can put them all in to support it up. Basically, you have that epiphany of, oh, here's a very easy way to make something quick.
I have this mental image that while he's working on it, he's just like, hang on, I need to check something. And he just walks over, grabs Kirok's wing and flexes it a few times. And then goes, right, and then walks off again. And Kirok's just like,
So did you guys update, by the way, did you ever give Legacy those notes?
These are my notes now.
I gave them to Roman.
Okay.
I let her see them.
I didn't keep them secret,
Mhm.
so she knows there's notes.
Okay, that's what I was asking more than anything. Can I... Regal, can I get a map? Can I get some notes? You guys mentioned the track
Does
to sea.
anybody have a map?
Oh, I've got a map. I'll put it on my map.
And I hand her the notes.
She begins thumbing through them. It's not a galleon, but it's a quick ship. Small, well, judged by the size of masts. It's quick and large enough to contain Hecaton. So that's pretty much all that the bottom is used for, so it doesn't have underarm cannons, it might only have cannons at the top.
Oh, right. Hecaton's the king.
Yes.
I'm dumb.
She looks at Silda and goes, she just smiles and he goes, no. She keeps smiling and goes, absolutely not. I'm getting out
Yeah.
I'm getting out the devil. No, you're not getting out the devil. I'm getting out the devil of the sea. You're not getting out the devil of the sea. I'm
sorry,
getting back
De-
my ship and no one can stop me.
I'm sorry, you have a ship called the Devil of the Sea?
Why do you
Do I-
think I have a ship called the Devil of the Sea?
Do I
Because
know
you're a
about
Devil of the
this?
Sea?
You were aware. Your mother's told you stories of
I was gonna say, I know
before
so
she
many
had
stories
advent-
about Legacy making stupid decisions.
Years ago, before she met her party of adventurers, she traveled the sea. Her mother was born somewhere on islands outside. Like, she never gave you the exact, but it was a actual community of tieflings that lived out on an island. She
I mean,
set out
hell
on
yes.
sea. She set out to sea, was waylaid by a ship, killed the captain, and then said, "Okay, you're all going to listen to me now." And
Seems
then
like
then she ran that ship for a while, did a bit of pirating. Eventually decided it wasn't fun enough, or one too many kills and not enough of a reward. Decided to set it into Neverwinter's port, and has it locked away in a dry dock. She just looks up. Oh no. There's a bounty on that ship, and if it came out, it'd have to pay a tithe. If only I knew a lion crown who could absence me of all of those. And so looks
Oh,
at me
yeah.
again. You all are responsible for this. I'm letting you know right now. You know right now. I am going to rationalize this to so many nobles in the fact that we're going to get the favor of the king of storm giants. That's the only reason this is going to work.
Right.
Also, I know Rockfen's been working on some new cannon designs, and I know they're definitely going to want to put them on your ship.
Oh, also, funny thing. The Kraken isn't actually in the sea right now. He's actually in the water domain.
The water plane? Okay,
Yeah,
that makes
the water
it...
plane.
She looks at the maps. I don't know if there's... See, I know there are portals to the water plane in, like, the very depths of the ocean. But
Yeah.
where, I don't know. if I was to be a betting woman, I'm going to guess that there is one in the trackless sea.
Most likely.
So,
Oh, and also, according to my patron, most likely the Kraken may or may not have a part in all of this bullshit because he's trying to come back to the material plane, and most likely has been a part of getting the immortals killed so that he can, or something. I don't know.
Why do all the horrible things want to come here?
I don't know. They're
I
weird.
come over
It's
with
not
my,
that great here.
That's
It really
what I'm
isn't.
thinking.
I
there's
come over with
barriers
my.
put in place by gods. A lot of gods put barriers into this place to stop particularly powerful entities from coming in. Or they have sentries at particular points, so when certain powerful creatures enter, they're made note of it.
Yeah, but that doesn't explain why they want to come here in the first place.
Yeah,
Just
like, I
because
mean,
they can't. It's every time you get
You
told
need
not
to remember.
to do something, you want to,
You
right?
need to remember, just to give you an idea, the devils and demons, the fiends, want to come here. Not because it's easy for them to get here, but because it's hard for their enemies to get here. For every one of them, it's just as hard for the good things, like angels and such, to come to this plane as it is for fiends and devils. So if he wants to come here, he probably wants to come here because, well, he can set up his own little base here. And suddenly, there's no other terrifying water domain or water plane creatures coming in here, because he's taken control of it. And suddenly now he has control over a lot more.
Yeah, I'm sure in the water plane he is probably not the biggest fish in the sea, but here, I would guess he is.
I don't
That was a
know.
good analogy.
I've seen very large fish.
yeah.
That worries
I-
me if he thinks he's going to be the biggest here. Because either he's huge or they're going to dwarf him.
Well, physically, how, like...
I mean, he does have magic.
No,
Okay, no, that's a lot more worrying, because not something very big and very powerful that also can cast spells. That's disturbing.
Yeah.
I come over with my octopus in a bucket and say, yeah, he tried to invade my mind. Speaking of Kraken, we've got this octopus here that I would like to question.
where the fuck has he got
Why is
from?
my life so weird?
Hold on, where
Glory
did this
just-
come from?
Legacy just raises up a hand and goes, Urgala, and she says, I'm already working on it. She just comes out with 3 bottles of whiskey.
I will have one glass
actually-
and that's it.
Actually, I
Actually?
communicate with the octopus via my awakened mind
Sure.
because I don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand my telepathic.
It has to be able to
utterances.
speak one language, and this one doesn't speak anything.
That's
Probably
right.
needs a
Never
certain
mind.
intelligence level to do it.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to.
As I was about to
Oh,
say,
we have
Ash, I'll need,
pandemic
Well, it must
Are we
be
going to have
yeah.
another experiment?
Oh,
Ash,
God.
I need Turk's help.
Okay.
Okay,
I mean,
I'm not going to roleplay this, but if you're all just say I, we'll see if he can put the circle on a fucking octopus.
I'm just gonna come out and say that you're a druid and you can cast speak with animals.
I
Yes.
can't. Well, yeah, no, I don't have the spell prepared
Well,
because
just-
I don't do that.
Oh, look, you've the
Sleep.
spell prepared.
Just-
How about that?
Just sleep.
Oh, look, you've got the spell
just
prepared. How about
Something about the
that?
connection.
I feel like it,
with the Kraken
as
earlier
funny
today and
as it
magic
would
and
be,
things.
I'm dubious about putting a headband on a creature that we have literally
Okay, yep,
seen
yep.
be possessed.
Something
Yes.
about my druidic connection and my connection with the Kraken and blah blah blah. I can talk to this octopus. Yo, are you free from Kraken influence now?
Totally.
Oh my god.
Oh, my
Of course.
Like,
my
I'm
God.
This
totally,
was totally worth all the bullshit we just
like, I'm like totally free from the big dude.
It's
Now
the
my own
tree.
little dude. It's quite rad.
Oh my god, you can cast Awaken. On the octopus.
I'm not doing that.
Wake
I
me up.
probably
Wake
don't
me
believe
up
in this sort of
inside.
thing. So what would you like to do now? Would you like to return to the sea, or
I don't know, man. I'm an octopus. I'm just chilling.
I know you're chilling, but where would you like to chill? You've had a pretty rough time of it.
Well, the last like 10 minutes have been hectic as shit. Besides that, I've been pretty chill.
Okay. we might see
I'm
about
a chill in
returning you to
this
the
bucket.
ocean, or yeah, you do that. You hungry or anything?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I have the munchies in like 4 hours, but right now I'm good.
Oh god.
Cool. And I stopped talking to the octopus, which to everyone else around me must have sounded like.
You literally sound like Octodad.
And I look up and I shake my head and I say, "Oh, that's why I don't like speaking animal. That's not normal."
That was funny. Do it again.
No,
You
Oh,
feel magically able to do it again if you so
he's
choose.
chill. He's free from Kraken. Oh yeah.
I'm
I
so
should
glad
ask
you
before
didn't.
I lose the spell.
I'm so glad you didn't inside check a fucking octopus.
I look back at him and say, "Is there anything you want to tell us about the Kraken that we should probably know before I let the spell go and hopefully never do it again?"
The spell ends.
It's like, I'm gonna say this octopus doesn't know anything and might be a stoner somehow.
I mean, it's an octopus. What did you expect it to know?
Yeah, like really, Nima.
does he partake of the seaweed?
Is he-
Oh.
Dude.
I'm so glad my mic was muted. So you
Yes!
didn't hear me. Laugh like a monkey.
Blue,
But yeah,
Blue,
this seems to be
before
a
everything
regular
else-
run-of-the-mill.
Blue. You have an inspiration dice for our next session at D6.
Good job.
One D&D guys.
Oh, tick
You
that
won
on my
the game.
character sheet.
Also sending it to the group from which that meme began.
Blue's has completed the game of D&D. She's won. There's nothing further
It
that
is
can be done
indeed
here.
possible.
There's nothing further that can be done today.
There's nothing more for us here.
The end credits roll.
But ending on a high note.
Oh my god! Please end this now. Yes, only you can stop it.
There's a joke here
What's
about
happening?
pieces of eight.
Blue needs to be banished.
Everything's
to the
getting.
Shadow Realm.
This is why I'm not allowed to play bards.
Blue must be banished.
No.
Go back to the astral plane.
Yeah, bird.
Do not ban plane, you rude boy.
Wait, what was that, Das?
I said, do not banish her to the astral plane, you rude boy.
Hey. I said Blue, not Kirok.
I mean, it's the right place to have an out-body experience, so...
You can go with the seaweed, or go with the octopus.
You're right, Noan.
Yeah, 420 leagues under the sea. Shall we get
Heroine's
going
about
down
to
or not?
ascend. Heroine's about to ascend to a different reality where this is not happening. Or do the biggest boy of all time.
No, it's just like, experience tranquility. Mm. Wait a minute.
Me.
Okay. So,
Feels good.
no idea where we were in the game. We was like talking or something. I don't know anymore.
I don't fucking know at this point.
Lexi was talking about the fact that she is a ship that
Yeah.
she is now considering, like, ooh, I could use this to get to the trackless sea. Ooh, that's fun.
So do we know where in the trackless sea we're going?
Somewhere
No.
north.
There's north of the islands. Purple Rock was mentioned, by the way, guys. I'm just saying it because the notes are there.
I know
Ah.
that. Paris hasn't heard the name Purple Rock. So I got-
That's fine. I have done a little bit of work around Purple Rock. Yes.
Kind of work where you have money on your head, or the kind of work where like you can still be seen in person.
Yes.
I
Wonderful.
understand.
Okay, so DM question.
I raise my hand and say, I've done a bit of work around Purple Rock, by which I mean a lot of work, and by which I mean at Purple Rock and never in the ocean, to be fair.
So you worked at Purple Rock, okay.
So you've worked with cultists. That's excellent.
That's just,
Yeah, I found out the hard way that that entire thing is basically just cultists.
oh,
Just
that's
me, I roast pigs.
not a nice sounding place. Hey, Dash, is she using my map, or did she?
She
get a
is
map from
looking
another?
at your map, yes.
Is there still a big
Is there still
pin
someone there?
on
Yeah.
Purple Rock? Is there
No.
a big mother-shaped pin on Purple Rock?
Actually... Ooh, wait. I have to think now. Hang on.
Consult of the notes.
That's not a good pause.
Because there was a big mother-shaped pin on Purple
There
Rock.
was.
There
Yeah.
was a big pin on Purple Rock, but that pin is now... wait. No, it wasn't done by... Okay, yeah, she did it by Legend Lore, actually. Yes. There is still a ping, not on Purple Rock, but in the Trackless Sea. For your mother.
God damn it! You fucking called it.
Yes!
So
Guys, I
legacy.
think
You owe me a coffee.
like that side is having
Sanctuary is in the Trackless Sea. Because the map is so large, very slowly moving.
So legacy. Think back where we need to go. At the point in that spot on the map.
Worst come to worst, we save your... Who's this one to you?
That's my mum.
Worst come to worst, we... Excellent! I can send back the child. Worst come to worst, we save your mother.
We can return it.
Oh wow!
You're all acting like...
Wow!
To start getting stern with you. Deal with it. By stern, I mean intoxicated, as she reached for her second bottle of whiskey. Okay.
We also have to
so-
help the giant in that area, if you recall. Not specifically there, but in that
Oh
sea.
God! Wait.
We've got other things.
What
we
map,
do.
please?
We have a higher
Remember that-
priority.
That giant that answered our questions, he was held in this plane by somebody in one of those islands.
That's not as high a priority.
That giant is 100% not a priority. For...
Not only is that giant not a priority, that giant is not... That one is not referenced to the Purple Isles at all. I'll say that right now. You got your notes wrong.
It said he was in the islands near there, didn't it?
No,
No.
absolutely
Okay.
not.
My bad.
Literally
He
in the
was-
other direction. He's like in the desert.
No, I thought
Ooh.
he was somewhere in the forest. I thought in high forest.
Apparently nobody knows where
I
he
will
is.
consult the law book in a minute.
Who knows?
I do have his location written down, I'm pretty sure.
Just while we're
Location Pernsat. P-R-N-S-A-T. I was to understand
it's
it was
over here.
somewhere off the map in the ocean.
It's over here. Pernsat or Parnast?
Parnas.
Harness.
Parnast is over
Okay.
here.
there. Right.
My bad.
While we're here, Dash, are the other family members still where they were before? So Waterdeep,
Yes.
the desert, yeah,
And then Purple Rock. Last one
and
left.
in the water near Purple Rock. Okay.
Well, cool. I can check on my house.
Guys,
At least
someone
it
do
might
me a
still
favor.
be my
I
house.
actually don't see
I haven't
Purple
exactly
Rock
been
on the
paying
map.
taxes.
Yeah,
the map-
the map isn't actually big enough to have Purple Rock on
Yeah,
it, I
I'm
think.
pretty...
It's yeah,
Purple
it's
Rock.
if you
it's
guys are looking over by Whale Bones, there's this little island here. I'm pretty sure it's beyond that again.
Purple Rock is it's further to the west.
Pretty sure it's like, say,
West.
further along this way, like
Okay.
somewhere.
Can we visit my house while we're there? I don't think I own it now because I haven't been paying taxes or anything. I sort of left it thinking it was
You
plague
left it as a
destroyed, but-
child.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't have a house to have fucking taxes on.
Purple Rocks is
Oh, okay, hang on.
is
Purple
straight,
Rock
is straight
is
west from
never-
Neverwinter. Straight west,
Yeah, it's like...
a long way.
Yeah, basically, see this much, guys? Add another 400 miles.
Yeah.
How
And
long is that by boat?
funnily enough, they have a thing for it here in the book.
There's a link that might work. I'll just Google the map.
I mean, you say by boat. Do you mean by boat on its own or with a storm sorcerer?
No, you don't have a storm sorcerer to suck my dick.
Yeah, no, we don't, but presumably.
It would take... Just a moment.
Do 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 do.
48 miles per day by ship.
Here's a
Bear in
question.
mind, it's all well and good saying, well, you have a bird, but your bird does need to rest.
Do you
But
have
even
any?
your bird
And
can
that's
hold
just
us
a
up.
lot of
Do you have any souvenirs from home?
Me.
Hmm.
Let me
I
see.
swear to God, if you're about to do what I think you're about to do.
I mean, it just says you need an associated object. It doesn't say I have to have been there.
Has my sister still got a signet ring? Like, we all had like a family signet ring. Does
No.
she still have one? No.
She does not have a signet ring. That
Oh, my
finger
shield!
Had that ring where she had the signet, or that finger where she had the signet ring on. There is definitely the tan mark of it missing, but it looks like it's been ripped off. There's a lot of serious tissue damage to her finger.
Not that Das ever did, but I wrote a very long story about me leaving my home and all that. And the way I got my shield was I found an old barrel lid, and it was at my home.
Sweet.
I think it's the only thing I own from my house. I actually looked through my inventory and I was like, I don't think I own anything, but I just remembered.
I'll let you know right
lid
now. I will cut this session here. If you guys wake up in the morning, fucking teleport there.
This is why I keep souvenirs from everywhere.
But the reason I say this is because Purple Rock does not have a map, so I'll have to make one.
I mean, it's getting close to the end anyway.
There's
Yes. Also, there's a bunch of cultists there that are definitely going to take exception to you.
There's no point teleporting to Purple Rock because we will still need to get a boat to go catch this boat. So we might as well get the boat from Neverwinter.
Can you teleport a boat?
Don't think
No.
so. No.
Can Legacy teleport a boat?
Legacy looks at you and
I
goes,
think it's the same spell.
"Oh, I've tried. Believe me,
I'm not sure you can teleport.
I've tried to have the most grandest entrance into an area ever, and I had to swim back to shore."
That sucks. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
You don't tell me those ones.
Say again.
Imagine if she teleported a ship to Tribor.
Say again,
That
Carl.
would be an entrance.
No, Gloria just
I would
sarcastically
say-
said, you don't tell me those stories.
Yes, there's a reason I don't tell you those stories. I like to keep this aspect of amazement and dread in your eyes.
So, would it be quicker to get a boat from Neverwinter? I feel like it'd be quicker if we got a boat at Purple Rock.
But
I mean,
what we
I
do
don't
is-
know how.
The
likely
two
we are to get one.
Sildar and Legacy are looking at each other and going, "Yeah, a ship wouldn't do. It'd be way too slow." But Legacy looks at him and goes, "But
We've got a big bird.
what about a ship that can fly?"
Are you about to tell us we're going on a fucking airship?
I went straight to Peter Pan.
There are
Look
two
at
kinds
the
of
end.
people.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
She looks towards Sildar, who's now got the oh no. Well, you see, Mr. Lion Crown, you have such good friends in Waterdeep. Surely you could commission one of their mighty airships to take us on a great quest, especially when the Lady of Waterdeep has, according to your children that are going on this dangerous mission, who definitely do need the most secure means of transport, would love to make sure that whoever wronged her friend is, brought to justice. And an airship, pretty sure, looking at this map, could probably make that in about 3 days.
Just a quick clarify, you do mean charter ship, right?
I mean, an airship.
Yeah, you
As
mean
in a
chart it, not commission it, because we're not sitting around here to get it built.
No. We're gonna go get one.
Okay, chart.
And I'm
Gotcha.
going with you because I want to wear my hat again.
Do you have a hat?
Do you have any plumes?
I have one beautiful red plume.
Excellent.
You partake in the plume. Okay.
You
No, we can't
Too many.
go-
Anyone who
Oh
has
my
too many.
god.
Anyone who has too many plumes, is really arrogant. But one plume, it's a sign of dignity.
Kirok's
There are-
little head ruff just goes full up in full
When you
display.
choose to have plumes, not when you're born with them. Different.
I preen.
flick my one feather. It's like, hee, I'm a pirate.
I go get my red and brown pants.
You watch as arcane
They're two
magic flips
separate
around.
things. They're two separate things. Calm down.
You watch as arcane magic flicks around Legacy's hands for the moment, and her robes change into leathers. And she just folds one leg over the other as she's now in full leathers, and there is a very wide-brimmed hat with a lovely red feather poking out of it.
Oh my god, Varys, do you still have that eye patch?
No.
Aww.
Sildar's looking at her in amazement, to which she returns and responds, "Oh, don't worry, I'm wearing the classy version. I usually wear one where I have a tit out.
Oh,
Just to let guys know you're getting
really?
killed by a woman. Deal with it." So many sailors are insecure. It's wonderful to ruin their lives before you end them. So,
We're
ladies
just
and
kind of
gentlemen,
blinking into space.
Kirok has the look of, I don't understand.
So who's coming? Legacy, Sildar, you both?
Oh, I'm definitely coming. Sildar goes, I'm probably going to have to pay for this and do all the paperwork, which takes a while. So, me just staying and doing the paperwork is probably the best bet.
Wait, I was going to ask if one of you could.
If I'm staying, Sildar speaks up. If I'm staying, I could probably take care of. Sorry, what was your name again? And she responds, L9. I'll keep an eye on L9 if you want.
I'll just turn to her. If that's okay with you, Edeline. I don't want you going anywhere that's not safe. And
I mean, you guys have been talking about krakens and airships and going over, untracked seas and cultist islands. Yeah, I'm good staying here.
things.
Like, oh yeah, do you want me to do the introductions to your sister?
He'll.
Like the ones I gave Glory's mum when we first met?
No!
Not
those ones.
Okay. I'll just about to. Sildar will be able to keep you safe.
I'm going to guess by the fact that he's got all those guards and all that armor that, yeah, I'm going to be fine.
It's kind of in charge of Neville.
Sildar leans in. I can hear you, and I'm not in charge of Neverwinter. I'm just the person they look to.
Tea!
I'll turn to her.
What do you need?
Martini!
I was just thinking that.
D&T.
Be 12 and 11 pence halfpenny, please.
I will repeat for the 100th time, I love your dad.
Oh, that was terrible. Let me try again. That's better.
What are you throwing? Nice.
Appropriate payment.
Adult currency.
I'm gonna have one myself.
Okay. I'm gonna take off my amulet of detection and location and give it to my sister. You
Okay.
keep this on. It'll keep you as safe as I can keep you while I'm not there. Sildar will do the rest.
Sildar pipes up. By the way, is anyone looking for her that I need to be aware of?
In theory, they're dead.
In theory, they're dead. Yes. Yeah. Let's hope they are dead.
Sildar pipes up. Yeah, I kind of hope they aren't dead because, well, I wanted to kill them.
Well, I wanted to too when I found her.
I think
but-
there was something.
Get back in the totem pole,
Hey.
Varys Valorin. There's a
Hey.
few
I
more
think-
people.
Hey,
How about we make a deal? If he's dead, we both join forces to kill the person that killed him.
Well, I mean, we're going to do that anyway.
I mean, that was he was on my list already. So
Yeah.
yeah. As far as I'm aware, the only possible person that could be looking for her, are the people that originally took her, which I don't think they will be. 'Cause they sold her off. It sounds like, or possibly our mutual friend.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out for him and his overgrown puppy. Which, by the way, that reminds me. Last time I spoke to Rockfin, they've been making silver bullets. So they have every intention of being 400 feet in the air with silver bullets peppering the shit out of him. I don't think even he will survive for that long.
I mean, they can go invisible, so.
Yeah, but try to hide a werewolf epic. Even with invisibility, there's still some things that she'll be able to
I mean, we got thrown off just by seeing him in his normal person form because we
Yeah, I
haven't
mean-
seen that shit before.
But now I know what it looks like.
Oh, maybe we should. Oh, I didn't see him, so I can't.
You didn't see him in your human form. You have seen him in the human form before when you teleported up with Legacy to get Hope out. He was in his human form at that time.
Yes. I. Yes, I will auto self so I look like him in human form, so I can show everyone what he looks like.
You
It is
see 6'8" worth of pure muscle with 2 yellow wolf eyes, basically.
Yeah.
You even sound like him, which is this deep low.
Do I look in,
Like-
do I look in the mirror and have to make a wisdom save?
You don't. you don't, but you do have the moment of slight weirdness, but then a slight delight when you look and you have a look of fear in your eyes, but then you realize you've made your image of him have fear in its eyes, which is somewhat endearing.
I'm
I
gonna.
just thought we had a handout for Gregor. I've been looking for it and I can't find it.
Not for his human form.
No, not for his human form. I was just
I think that was at some point.
I'm pretty sure I've shown him to you guys before. I might click to show you again in a minute.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you did too, and that's why I was confused why I couldn't find it.
Elenine looks at him and goes, when you speak with that voice, I've heard him.
Oh no.
He was
Oh,
one of the
no.
few people that actually stopped people from hitting me.
Oh no. He's not good people. Don't try and tell me he's good people.
Well,
I mean, isn't it said something about mind influencing brain crackiny shit? So I don't know.
Who taught you to swear, young lady?
I look at Zero and then hastily look away.
Oh no!
I raised my
In
hand.
terms
That was
of,
me.
like,
I told
dealing
her to
with
swear.
Kraken,
I glare at her and say nothing.
Don't you remember? You were there.
Legacy is also glaring at Zero.
Oh no! I figured with her saying Kraken and stuff like that, she would just look at Roman like, that one.
Also, I did wild experiments that made the monster we're talking about, and I'm probably going to shut up now.
But Elenine speaks up. Yeah, I was being hit before a while back, a few nights ago, and he was there. He stopped people from hitting me. I heard bones break, so I think he got mad at them.
He's a big werewolf fuck, so that would happen.
No, there was nothing like the sounds I heard when he was in that room. It was just a person.
Oh.
But he said when he picked me to a different room, I know what it feels like to be whipped. I'm not going to let that happen to anyone else.
Oh.
Never again.
Why would you tell me that?
What difference does it make? Who is he to you?
Because I'm gonna kill the fucker.
Why?
Because she's a...
What did he do to you?
Kirok, say nothing.
Her mouth opens and then she sees the entire party staring at her and she shuts it.
Don't want to know?
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
He was one of the few people who actually kept an eye to me. So I don't care what you're thinking. Tell me.
Well, I'm glad he kept an eye on you. I'm glad someone did. But he didn't do the same to me. Neither him or Nesna did the same to me.
Have you fought them before?
Several times.
Kind of.
Oh. Oh. Oh no.
I've got... Did I have
You
like a
still
mark?
got the scars.
You've got a neck scar.
Yeah, I stitched his head back on.
Ah!
Um,
My head is just in my hand.
Elenine goes pale.
Zero, we were all trying to, like, be delicate.
Sorry, I'm not very good at that.
Just let it chill for a second, okay?
She just like waves a hand at Zero. That one can't talk anymore. That one can't talk. No. He can't talk anymore.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
I wish that was the case. I wish he couldn't talk anymore.
Yeah, keep doing this. Oh, I'm doing it again.
Let's
Roman, this is where you cast banishment on Zero.
let's say
No, I just put my hands over my face and I walk away. I walk away.
let's say I may or may not have been killed by the two of them, saving that one's daughter and that one's sister.
I am not going to make eye contact with her.
She looks directly at you.
It's not
Looks
their
at Legacy, and Legacy doesn't break eye contact.
fault. I was stupid. It's not their fault. It's my fault.
She just hugs you, Varys. Before pulling away, lifting your chin up, slapping you as hard as she can, and then hugging you again. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, you deserve that.
Yeah, I'm with your sister on this one.
Shut up, shut up.
And with a big red cheek on Varys, as people drink the rest of the night or talk and have merriments, she basically clings to him, and it's basically being touch-starved in the worst way and the reunition of family. We're going to end the session there.
Yay!
Varys,
Yay!
Varys,
Yes.
as having one of your character arcs completed, mark down that you have 2,000 more experience.
You.
2000. Done.
It feels like a long time since we've had experience in this campaign. We've been doing a lot of role playing.
You guys have done a lot of roleplay. Last time you guys actually got experience, if I'm correct, was fucking going up against...
The Groothaug,
Yeah.
I think.
No, not
Jeez.
Groothaug. It was after that.
Combat.
It
For
was,
combat, it is.
In the court with...
Oh, yes, with Imra.
Yes, with
Oh.
Imra, thank you.
Still, I
I
like
can't
it.
believe I was blanking on my boss, my big bad's fucking name. I was like, "Grr."
Whereas for us, that name is just a melody scar.
It's branded.
Even if I kept confusing it with Merlin for a very long time.
Merlin?
Girls
Yeah,
understood why.
Merlin's oh, is it druidic name? Oh, I can't remember what it
It's
is
close,
now.
yeah. It's like
It's very close to Imrith.
yeah. I think it's literally.
Googles.
I think it's literally E instead
I
of
think it
I.
is
I think
Emrith.
his name was Emrith.
Yes.
Emrith.
Emrith.
It is Emrith.
That rings a real big. Yeah, Emrith.
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 Anyway,
Yeah.
shall
Anyway.
we close the stream there?
Yes, we shall. Thank you for tuning in. We shall see you again next week.
And remember to shop at Game Tea.
Goodbye,
Take
everybody.
care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.